Maybe you can hear me better. Can you hear me better now? Anyways, wow, such substantial growth. I tell you what. I'm hoping where I'm sitting doesn't attract any ants. We'll see. The last thing I looked at last night before I went into this, like, I don't know, growth spiral of craziness. It's amazing. It's awesome. Was reflect on myself. What lessons was I given throughout my life? Okay. Then I started journaling. Kind of going to read a little bit off of this. I'm going to try and do it fast though, because I notice people don't like long videos. I said, I'm telling you, this journey is a trip and a half. So I definitely know why. Let's just read this, okay? Such substantial growth. Standing outside staring at a mango tree and for fireflies and love. Totally know why I'm here with my parents and Jack. Jackson instills patience to the damn T inside of me. And I think my parents, I'm seeing patterns. Kind of like a roadmap for me to hack my system. As I sit back and I watch how both of my parents are, I see where I picked up a lot of the things that I picked up that really did lead me astray in my life. Now, I needed those things to get to where I am at right now. So it's not a judgment thing or a mean thing it's nothing like that. Those are things that I chose to come into the family that I came into. So those gave me lessons, right? So then I was thinking about the lessons and stuff so I can hack my system. I'm not going to go into the lessons because well, to be honest, they're a little personal and I don't want to hurt someone's feelings. So I'll just leave it at that. There's a lot of things that I always just said, you know, it is what it is. And it is. It is what it is. And there's nothing to do to change it or to be different or anything like that. The only difference is that I know, well, I hope I know a better way to show my children. And this is from both sides. It's not just from one side or the other. You know, I make it a point to laugh with my children, to play with my children, but like for real play, not just, oh, okay, I'll do it real quick because I got 5 minutes. No, like really engage with my children. We like to dance. Well, I like to dance and they like to join in. Well, I mean, I don't really like to dance, but I do dance. I guess it's fun and freeing for sure. And we play games and we, you know, do airplane and we go on hikes and stuff like that. And I just really want to instill unconditional love in them from me because I unconditionally love each one of them. We're all different. We're all going through our stuff. And this falls under the realms of forgive them, Father, they knew not what they were doing. It's kind of like my first 4 children. I raised them pretty much the same way I was raised, a little bit different. I was a little bit more in tune, but not much. I was very standoffish, and I didn't ever give love, and I was very harsh with them, and I figured that buying them things, which I didn't do very much either because I was super poor, but buying them things was the way to do it because that's the way it was done with me. And then I wrote down, so each on the chart that I wrote, all the little things, and I wrote down the first initial memory that came to it, right? That I needed to heal. Let's see. Let's see what I said. I said, I definitely have a lot to heal with my mom. I said, my mom never really liked me, but that is only my take on it. Hers and anyone else's will be yet another take on any said incident. And it goes on and on. Now, looking back, do I know my mom liked me? Yeah, of course. I'm her child. She loves me. But I can see the moments where, to me as a child, I could understand or see where I got that impression. A lot of incidences where I could get that impression. I always felt like I was a bother and a nuisance and all that kind of stuff. And just stuff that I got to heal. And I'm telling you, these bugs really like to bite you. And they're so little. They're little tiny bugs, so they're really obnoxious. My dad calls them no-see-ums. Anyways, I have a decent amount that I needed to heal with my dad as well. Most of his was more physical stuff. He had a very, very bad temper. Not that he like beat me on a regular, but I definitely got some whoopings. And okay, I gotta move because now the ants are biting me. Okay, up I go. And when the ants bite you, it's no fun because they leave these little like pimply, owie thingies and they hurt. So anyways, I did that. Let's see. Just like this, I write in journals a decent amount and saved them over the years. So I can see my growth, right? Like I've started writing journals when I was dating my son's dad. And so I think back, like I don't have the journals on me, but I did save them. And I think back at the journals, the entries and stuff, and it was just full of just drama. Drama, 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 drama. I wish he would do this. I wish I would do that. I wish I did blah, 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 blah. You're right? Because that's the point that I was in my life. And I think that's how we all do it. We go on this journey, right? And eventually it leads inside of ourselves. And the growth is just crazy. So last night, I had so much growth that it was intense because I could see that, and I seen it as like a timeline instead of like something that I went like emotionally went through. Instead of that, I was seeing like just as like statistics, you know what I mean? Like, oh, at this time this happened and this happened and this happened. And my entire life was spent looking for love. And I bet you a lot of our lives are spent looking for love. Those ants really got me, and they got me on my toe. How simple, because I know most of us have those things, right? Looking for somebody to love us when all the while it's inside of us the whole time. The love is inside of us the whole time. We're just waiting to tap into it. So if I can teach my children that now, I think that could help them a lot, right? I was saying I should publish my diary, like non-edited, because there's some stuff up in there, yo. And I mean, why not? I want to be super transparent. Seriously, I do. And I would have with what I was just talking about a minute ago, but I don't think it's the right time because of other people involved, and I don't want that to become more. Let's see. But okay, so then I figured out that being with Jacob, right, was a place that I had to be because it was like the bottom of my barrel. Everybody's bottom of the barrel is different, right? Well, my bottom of my barrel was that like whirlwind of poop, I tell you. And I endured it forever. Forever I was okay with it because I love him so much. No, that wasn't love. It wasn't love, but it is what Lindsay needed. And that initiated growth. Actually, my first mystical experience was when Pappy died, which was Jake's grandpa. I became very close to him too. He actually lived with me for a little bit. But he, when he was dying, February, so the light went straight into his room, shone right on his face, and on his last breath, whoosh, the light went out of the window, and I looked over and I was like, did you see that? Only one other person saw it, but I mean, that was my first, there's got to be something more moment, right? Well, the first one that I can pinpoint and really vibe with, right? So let's see. I just couldn't learn the lessons I wrote down. And the lessons that they taught, that relationship taught me, were honor and love myself and others. Not everyone is your friend. No one can be trusted. You're the only one that can trust yourself, because everybody else views things differently. Makes sense, right? I mean, come on. Listen to your intuition. It will not steer you wrong. Stand up for yourself and choose what is truly important. Heart-centered stuff. Anyways, Jack told me last night when we were going to bed, I was like, let me try something, right? And so I asked him, I said, so you're closer to God than I am, I would assume, because you're 4. I know, I'm asking my 4-year-old this, but it's true. There's a verse in one of the Bibles that says that, you know, you're asking a 2-week-old child. Seriously, they know more than us because they have just crossed over. Just crossed over. Anyways, he said, I said, so do you remember God? And he was like, yeah. I said, yeah. And I said, well, can you tell me about him? And he stopped and he thought for a minute. He's like, no, I can't. And I was like, oh. He says, it's hot here. I need it to be cold. He said, when we get back to Washington, I can tell you about God. And it dawned on me. So, like how this is my heart place, this is like my oasis place. This is where I feel the most calm and collected and loved and supported, is here. And for Jack, that's not so. It's not his place. His place is back at Washington. Now, I don't know if it's actually like the location itself, or perhaps just the the just the way it is there, whatever. But I thought that was super duper interesting. So I'm here, dragging him over here. He's having a heck of a time, instilling patience in me like crazy, because I just want to like pinch his little cocoa off. And that's not ever going to work or happen or be good or nothing like that. So I have to be patient. And then my parents are teaching me a lot of things too, because I've never really seen them interact together. And I've never really seen, just in a different view. And then I was standing out here last night and I was like, gosh, the reason why this is all happening right here, right now, is because I'm here in Puerto Rico, where I'm supported and loved